I'm Keith, the website plug. And if you need a custom website to build your brand or business, hit us up. We got 4 bundles to choose from. Let's get it. Contact information. Keith, the website plug on Facebook. Keith, the website plug on Instagram. Keith, the website plug.com. And to get super fast response, hit us up at support@Keith, the website plug. That's the email. Let's get a website done, man. Let's get it.
What's good, y'all? What's the numbers TV? It's your boy Paul Rowe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and like the video if you appreciate the content that Paul Rowe and What's the Numbers I provided. Today we back on the profile piece. This one is on ScR Paid. In this video, we're going to talk about his early years coming up in Brooklyn. Then we'll discuss Skrell's entry into the street life that took a hold of him from a young age. After that, we'll take a look at his entry into the rap game and some of his biggest accomplishments in rap, before finally breaking down his numerous run-ins with the law and the situation that currently has him in jail serving a 25 to life sentence. ScR Paid, real name Terrell Herbert, is from Flatbush, Brooklyn. Growing up in the 2000s in Brooklyn was different from the 90s. Instead of drug crews being at war over profitable blocks, it was more gangs being at war over territory to expand their gang. Skrell would be Crip affiliated in his younger years, but after one of his close friends named Rich Flocks got killed by some Crips, he would drop his Crip affiliation and eventually just started claiming different neighborhood crews like Team 730, aka the 730 Cartel. Twirling was something that Skrell would also start to live. The Twirlers were guys out of Brooklyn that were GD affiliated and in the middle of a war with some Crips from another part of Brooklyn. They were a part of the whole Wu versus Cho beef that had Brooklyn under siege around 2014-2015. Skrell had done some early jail time and was known as one of the top twirlers in Brooklyn because he really stood on business in the streets. He was also a rapper that appeared in his first video in 2014 with a song called 730 Go Crazy. It was released in the beginning of the whole Brooklyn drill wave and had Skrell's name buzzing in New York City. He went on to release music with rappers that had a huge buzz in Brooklyn at the time, like Envy Kane and a bunch of the Blickies like Nas, Nick, and Breezy. But as Skrell's name started to grow in the Brooklyn drill scene to the point of maybe being able to get a deal, it also started to make its way to law enforcement. ScR Paid had now become a target of the local police, who were hearing he was responsible for a bunch of shootings and a couple of murders that had taken place in Brooklyn. In 2017, Skrell's name would make headlines in the news after being arrested in Brooklyn for gun possession. He wouldn't sit for long on this charge, but once released, he wouldn't last on the streets too long either, because by 2018, Skrell was back in jail, but this time he got hit with some serious charges and wouldn't see the streets again. Skrell was being charged with murder and had a long legal fight ahead of him. In 2019, Skrell would be included in the SRK indictment out of Brooklyn, but that was the least of his worries, as the murder charge was the one that could get him sent to jail for 25 to life. Skrell continued to sit in jail as the years passed, and some rumors started to spread that he was being charged with another murder, although no official report will be released confirming that. As the years passed, most of the early faces of the Brooklyn drill scene would either go to jail, relocate, or end up getting killed. Skrell would get posted on social media a lot by his fans and supporters who had hopes of him being his case and becoming a free man once again. But unfortunately for him, that wouldn't take place, because in November of 2023, ScR Paid went to trial and was convicted of second-degree murder and 2 counts of second-degree criminal possession of a weapon. The murder Skrell was on trial for was of a 21-year-old man named Anthony Francis, aka Bills Moolah, who was sitting in his car parked with his girlfriend when another car drove up to the victim's car and opened fire at point-blank range, killing the victim while the girlfriend escaped unharmed. After his conviction in February 2024, ScR Paid was sentenced to 25 to life in the New York State prison system, which is where he's currently at today. ScR Paid is 30 years old at the time this video was made. But yo, it's What's the Numbers TV. There's a quick profile piece on ScR Paid, real name Terrell Herbert, out of Brooklyn. You understand? He was a big name in Brooklyn, well known, especially in the drill scene. Was on timing according to those that knew him. You understand? If you go check out his interviews, his videos, you basically can see by the content that he raps about, the things he says, but basically the type of life he was living. Now, supposedly the guy that he killed was Bills Moolah, who was a Wu member, I think out of Canarsie, the Floss, if I'm not mistaken. And according to the reports, they say, the Twirlers, Flock to Live, all that, they was known to basically spin the floors. That's what they called it. Looking for enemies, looking for Wu members for who they called the ops, this, that, and the third. And that's what he blew trial for. Ended up getting 25 to life. His co-defendant got 35 to life. They saying that Skrell supposedly got told on by a few members, guys and girls, turned informant on him. And the informant supposedly maybe back in Brooklyn, running around the Brooklyn streets once again. I don't know how true that is, but I haven't seen the reports of who actually told. It's just rumors right now, but it's some well-known names supposedly that done took the stand, from his neighborhood, that, the members know who it is, and supposedly they still jacking him. Some might not be jacking. I don't know how it's going out there in Brooklyn right now, but, it's a lot of rumors, a lot of things being said when it comes to this ScR Paid murder case, man. Who's talking and who wasn't talking, and a lot of things that, are still up in the air with that. Now, it was reports of a mistrial that Skrell had. Now, I don't know if that's supposed to be the second murder that he allegedly was tried with, or if that was this murder and they retried him. I'm not sure. But a few months prior back, there was reports of a mistrial. I haven't seen nothing about a second murder to be exact, but it might be. It might have been a second murder. I don't know if it was this one and they retried him and convicted him. I'm not sure as far as that goes. But I know I've seen reports on different drill pages about that and all that. But I don't know, because if he had a second murder, they probably would have kept him on Rikers Island, tried him on that murder before shipping him up north. I don't know how that works exactly, but he's up north right now already, being processed and all that, going to his destination of his jails. He was being there for 25 to life, so he got a long road ahead of him. But I just wanted to do this profile piece on ScR Paid. It's been asked about for a long time, but he was just sitting in limbo in jail all these years. I think he was sitting in jail for 7 years or something, 2017, 2018, around that time. So I wanted to wait to see exactly what happened with his case. And he finally did go to trial, ended up blowing trial and getting his sentence that he got. So shout out to everybody, man, that been inquiring about this video. Shout out to my guy P Gunner, who was also one of Skrell's, man. I think they were 730 Cartel together. He always used to mention ScR Paid to me and all that. And on that note, man, I want to keep it pushing, man. What's the Numbers TV? We here, we on our way to 100K. Hit the like button, the subscribe button. Go subscribe to Live Streaming Clips channel. Make sure you subscribe here. Also, follow What's the Numbers TV on Instagram. Follow Batty Bills on Instagram. Salute to Federal A. You already know how we do on What's the Numbers TV. Pull up to the live streams that we got going on. Shout out all the members, all the mods. You in any business, What's the Numbers at yahoo.com. And on that note, I'm out of here, man. What's the Numbers TV, Peace.